after the day that we left the hospital. So yesterday we left the hospital at like 2 or 3 or whatever time it was. So it's the day after that. Her belly looks distended. She hasn't peed and her belly looks distended. She needed between 2 and 3 liters of oxygen, and the RN that was on wanted to wake me up, but she didn't because she kept handling her, but she felt really like not. It was the same nurse that was on the night before when she needed 6 liters of oxygen, but she didn't feel really comfortable because she feels like we're playing with fire, which I totally agree, because just because she's fine right now doesn't mean like she can't crash in a second. Like, it happens like instantly. But anyways, so tonight's night nurse called in sick. So I actually went to work yesterday because I had a nurse, the same nurse that was on yesterday day. So I was like, okay, well, you know Hannah, and like, you know her cold right now, so you can keep up with her, and I'll go to work, and then like, even if we have to go to emerge, I'll still have got to sleep for a little while. Well, I wasn't planning for the night nurse to call in sick. But yeah, so the night nurse called in sick, and nobody could replace her out of all the 9 nurses. So my mom came over with Haley, because Haley's at grandma's, and I got to sleep for 4 hours, and I just woke up probably like 45 minutes ago. It's 12 a.m. right now. So I'm gonna try to stay up all night with her until my mom can come back in the morning. I'm gonna try my hardest. It's gonna be really freaking hard. I usually do sleep when I don't have a night nurse, but because she's been so sick, I don't feel comfortable sleeping with her, because the first night I got woken up when she had a DSAT, the nurse didn't turn on the oxygen. She came and ran to wake me up, and I came in the room, and I honestly was so tired that I couldn't even comprehend that she was DSATing. Like, the nurse literally had to tell me to turn on the oxygen, and then the oxygen wasn't even set up, and I like couldn't even, like, my brain was so cloudy that I couldn't even like do it quickly. So I don't want to go to sleep and like have that be a problem, but there's a big difference between sleeping and knowing you have a nurse and like sound asleep rather than like listening for alarms. But I still don't want to do that. And like, I wouldn't be able to, I'd probably wake up to her puking, but like, I want to like see how she is. She actually only went to bed probably at like 10:30, so she's still not even in deep sleep right now. So even though it's 12, I don't know if this is her deep sleep or she's gonna get sicker. But hopefully I'm just being crazy. Hopefully I'm paranoid and she's gonna be healthy and this is gonna be like a fine night and she's over the cold. But like, a cold normally lasts only like a week or whatever, so hopefully she's almost over it. And then she's on antibiotics, but because like she didn't have even white blood cells, and I feel like if you need antibiotics, your white blood cell would be elevated, so I don't even know if the antibiotics are working. But then I'm also scared that it's H1N1 that she has, and then she's going to get better, and then she's going to get really worse. Or maybe she's just over it. I don't know. It'd be nice to know that she was just over it, but I don't know that, and it's super stressful. And I was way more stressed out about it when I was overtired earlier, and now that I've slept for a couple hours, I feel way better about it. She seems pretty good right now. I got a new oxygen concentrator tonight. Before I went down to nap, MedPro, which is the oxygen company, came and gave us more tanks. And because this one only goes to 2, but it's really nice because it has like 8s and whatever. It goes up really slowly. But that was really good when she first came home. She was only needing like a quarter of an oxygen or half oxygen. But last February, part of her lung collapsed from all the damage and being sick, and hasn't opened, so ever since then it seems like she's needed more than a liter of oxygen every time she gets sick. But so that's kind of like useless to have. But now we can see this one, it goes up to 5, which the other one didn't. Our first one our first one didn't go up in halves. 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. And the other one we first got just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it went up higher than 5. So this one only was at 5, so the other night we would have still had to put it on the portable auction, but at least it goes to 5. So it's 1 a.m. and Hannah keeps dipping. Just a little. Her heart rate is really good, which it's been really high the last few days, so I think she is on the mends, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to turn her oxygen up. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn her oxygen up. She was actually at 1.5 liters, so I'm just gonna turn her up to 2. So 1.5 liters is pretty good, but remember that she didn't fall asleep until like 11:30, so she's only just starting to get into a deep sleep. So yeah, she's still desetting. And I just turned it up, so it probably hasn't kicked in yet, because this thing rates like a few seconds behind. It's not a very big deset. It's only been like a couple minutes after I turned the oxygen up, but it would be kicked in by now. She's still at 91, and I was noticing that I think that her breathing is kind of labored. If you can see it, she's like moving a lot. It's probably really hard to tell on the camera, especially with my hands shaky already. I think I'm gonna check if she's in drawing. It's so hard to tell on camera. I'm sorry, Hannah. Her belly feels harder to me, but I'll keep an eye on it. I'm having such a hard time deciding if that's normal drawing, which I'm sure you can tell on the video. I'm sorry, Bubba. Okay, I'll go. Anyways, I can't decide if that's normal in drawing or that's a little bit more than usual, and her diaper is dry. But Haley's diaper's dry at night, but then like with LASIK, she should be peeing at night. And then, I don't know when my mom changed her last, because I went to bed for 4 hours before Hannah went to bed. So, hopefully she changed her right before bed, because then that's not that long. Like, I think Hannah went to bed around 10:30, so then it's almost 3. That's not that many hours. Oh, babe. So she's desetting at 87. I'm not doing anything right now because I'm hoping she comes up the next couple seconds. And awesome, her formula was just leaking all over her bed. So I'm gonna have to change that. Alright, well, I guess she's going on 3 liters of oxygen now. The noise scared her. Made her stats jump back up. Alright, so I'm gonna change her bed. the nurses do it, but that was hard. So last night was pretty good. She went for 3 liters, but I don't know. I don't think I was as concerned because I didn't go to sleep. Whereas if I would have went to sleep and I was trying to deal with it when I was like half asleep, I would be like, oh my god, she's at 3 liters. But she went to 3 liters. She didn't go any higher. I don't know. It kind of looked like she was indrawing, but I haven't really paid attention to the indrawing in a while. But it did seem like she was like kind of working harder. But she woke up really happy this morning, and so I think we're maybe over whatever it is she has. My mom came at like 8, and then I slept from 8 to like 1:32, so I feel great now. I managed to stay awake all night, which I'm pretty proud of myself, but I did have a nap before, well, before Hannah went to bed, or right before Hannah went to bed, so that's probably why. But yeah, so hopefully this is all over, and I still have no word from my night nurse if she's coming tonight or not, so there might be a part 2 of this video. But she called in sick at like 3 yesterday, so she better have already called in or I'm going to be really angry, because it's hard to prepare yourself for a night shift when you only have like 2 hours notice. But yeah, we're at the hospital. It's really, really foggy, and I'm stoked that we got a parking spot right next to the pay thing, so I didn't have to pull Hannah out of the car, go pay, stroll her back to the car. Yeah, Hannah just puked all over herself, and I didn't really think about packing spare clothes, so that really sucks. We're all packed up. You feeling a little better now you're outside cold?